What do YouTube? This is your boy Sherry Speaks. We're going to talk to you guys about Teen Wolf Season 6, Episode 20, The Wolves of War. And I have to say, man, even though this is the series finale, I really enjoyed it. This was really cool. I like how it came together. The episode starts off with Scott, in bed. And, he awakens in a sweat, clearly. And he's awoken by knock at the door, and guess who it is? It's Argent, Chris Argent. So they leave, and so we see this kid who we now know as Alec is being chased by hunters by Monroe's goons, pretty much. Scott flashes his alpha eyes. Alec flashes his eyes. He's a beta. Scott's alpha. So Scott is pretty much narrating the entire episode, pretty much for the time being. The first 5 to 10 minutes, I guess, and he's pretty much just detailing the story of how Teen Wolf became Teen Wolf. A 16-year-old kid, it all started on a full moon. He gets bitten by something, and boom, he becomes a werewolf. And so, at the end of the episode, seeing the crew all together was really nice, man. Seeing them all hug up, and realizing that Alec is going to be now a part of the pack. He's a new member of the pack. They're going to take on Monroe's army and stuff like that. It was really cool. And that's just the fact that it's not over is what I like about it. Is what I really love about it. Because I watched it since day one, man. Since 2010, 2011, I was your boy. I was right there on the first night. I'll admit, at first I was really hesitant on it. But as soon as I started watching it, man, I really just fell in love with it. So I was really glad that I actually made that decision with me and my brother. So, and things of that nature. So as the episode progresses, we see everyone come together. We see Derek, get some action. And we also hear Deucalion's last words, which is, Gerard is afraid of you because he knows he can't beat you. That's his number one fear. And we actually find that actually gets confirmed towards the end of the episode when Argent and Kate, meet up with Gerard. And Argent's like, you saw him the entire time. You were afraid of him. Argent's like, and Gerard's like, he destroyed our family. He said, and Chris is just like, your family is standing right in front of you. Now, mind you, this is after, just a few moments ago, when he actually shot Kate with the Yellow Wolfsbane. Now, also remember, during the school scene as well, Scott was actually shot in the shoulder with the same Yellow Wolfsbane, but Derek was there to help him out, to burn out the Wolfsbane, and to help him out. Of course, the first one to actually, after they've gone through the plan and everything of that nature, we actually find out that Styles' worst fear is being blind, but they have to fight the Nukete blind. So, as I was saying, Peter's at the school, he's reconning this, hitting the perimeter and things like that. He says, all right, what do you see? I ask him, okay, what do you see? He says, 2 people frozen solid like statues, Greek statues. And all of a sudden, Peter hears what sounds like Malia's voice, but it's actually the Anukete. He has the ability to mimic and copy someone's voice, look. It's able to copy and paste someone's look and voice, kind of similar to the Nikutene, in season 3, in season 3. So, to see, it was actually a pretty good, thing. So, Peter's the first one to get frozen, because he hears Malia's voice. The next ones to get frozen are actually, I believe, Ethan and Jackson. Then there's Malia, and then there's Derek because he hears Jennifer, and that's actually kind of surprising to me, actually. Your worst fear is actually having to kill the woman you love, or seeing her again, I guess. The Jirok, it's a little strange, but it was pretty cool to see that as well, to see her again. Next things, first things first, I will say this, though, man. The big finale fight between Scott and the Anukete was actually top-notch, man. I really enjoyed it because not only, as, like I said, they're down in the army. Kate and Argent are down in Gerard's bunker and armory talking to him how Scott was able to figure it out. And even Gerard was shocked to know that Scott actually figured it out just like he always does. They figured out how to seal it, and it's moon ash. The one thing that no paranormal creature hardly ever, can get through, or at least it's said to be, and actually seeing Scott's fears was pretty cool. We saw you know, the Berserker, we saw the Kutsune, we saw, you know, what we see now, the Inukite and things of that nature, you know, Void Styles, you know. So it was really cool to see that, man, you know, and they kept telling him to open your eyes, open your eyes. And so Scott, he was going to Deucalion, you know, I guess you could say the spirit of Deucalion was in Scott at this moment. He literally takes out his own eyes to fight the Inukite and kicks his ass. You know, as soon as they realize, you know, Styles comes in, throws the mountain ash on the ground, and the Inukite's foot is on the, as soon as it's on the line, touches it, it freezes up. And if you don't believe me, just look at this right here. Alright guys, so with that being said, you know, seeing the infamous battle, you know, seeing how he was defeated was really cool, but then also comes to the difficult part of Scott actually getting his eyes back. You know, as we all know, Derek told him to say, listen, Scott, if you don't heal fast enough, the damage will become permanent, you will never have your eyes again. Pretty much you become a Deucalion. Rest in peace, by the way. And Scott just says, listen, man, it's too hard, it hurts, the pain's too much, to which we see Lydia and Styles hold hands, lock hands. And then also we hear Lydia tell Malia kiss him so he can heal, focus on healing. And that's exactly what happens. You know, and it was really cool to see that. And also it was really cool to see, you know, the new guy, Alec, make his debut as the new member of Scott's pack. Not only that, but then also it was really cool to finally see Mother McCall kick some ass, Theo and Liam whoop some ass too, and then we see a little bit of a character development with Theo as well. Gabe, in the midst of fighting, Gabe ends up getting shot more than, at least I think, 4 or 5 times, and he's actually dying. And all he says is, it hurts, you know, and then Theo comes up to him and he takes his pain, and Gabe dies peacefully. So that was actually cool to see that from Theo, you know, from being from the past, you know, seeing how he can be so vindictive and unpredictable and non-trustworthy to become doing something like that was really nice. And yeah, you know, I really cannot wait to see what happens next. You know, I don't think it's supposedly over. You know, because seeing that Monroe still has an armor with her, the pack is stronger than ever now. Like what it do? You know, Scott doesn't need his eyes to to kick your ass. And again, his strength of character has never faded. He never had to kill someone. That's why I'm glad Deucalion taught him how to defend himself without his eyes. You know, again, rest in peace to Deucalion. It really sucks to see him go. But listen, I just want to say this as well. As a fan of Teen Wolf, thank you, Jeff Davis, for creating this wonderful show. Thank you, MTV, for giving him such a platform. And thank all of the guys at Teen Wolf, man. You guys did a great job. Thank you, thank you, thank you. This is George Speaks. God bless.